This is Dee with Divine Needle, and this is a collective reading. Yes, today is Wednesday, Hump Day, Mercury Day, the Messenger Day, right? May the 25th, 2022. And I think we should look at the planets. But first, please do like, share, and sub. You know the drill. It helps, especially the likes and comments help with the algorithm a lot. So, get the messages out to rest of the collective. That would be fantastic. Any help you can be would be so appreciated. Anyway, I digress. Let's take a look at the planets because a lot's been going on ever since that total lunar eclipse in Taurus. Let's take a look. Take a look. All right. So ever since the 15th, 16th, the planets have been doing this interesting triangle here. And the chit-chat going on is between the base of this triangle or pyramid are retrograde planets in their home signs at very, very critical degrees. Now, it's interesting because Mercury has backed up into Taurus, retrograde, out of Gemini at this point, as of today. And when it started this chit-chat, it was in its home sign. Now it's not. But that chit-chat continues, and the sun's included in this chit-chat. It's been included through this whole thing. Excuse me. Allergies. All the tarot readers are having that issue. And I am not exempt. Anyway. Pluto, retrograde in Capricorn, 28 degrees. And then Mercury, 28 degrees, retrograde, has backed up into Taurus. So Gemini and Virgo's planet has backed up into Taurus. So, heads up, Taurus, Virgo, and Gemini. I have a feeling Geminis are going to see the retrograde communication, the messenger, right? Communicating. When it's retrograde, that's lack of communication or communication not going well. And when Mercury is retrograde anyway, that happens for all of us. But I think misunderstandings are going to happen between Gemini and Taurus and Virgo and Taurus. Big mistake on Gemini and Virgo's part because Taurus has the rebel in its sign right now, and the messenger has backed up into Taurus. The rebel being Uranus. Shh, Gaia. Shh, heaven. You know the bulls. You only can push them so far and they snap. So, yeah, the energy going on there definitely feels like you're not going to win this fight, not with Uranus energy sitting in Taurus. So just heads up, Geminis, Virgos, you won't win that battle. Just saying, you're coming up against a rock and a hard place. The other thing is Neptune, Mars, and Jupiter playing this huge role, and even the moon's kind of in on this a bit, on the top of the triangle, forming the tops of these triangles going on here. And these Mars and Jupiter have moved into Aries now. Mars is officially in Aries. Uh-oh. Look out. That's another reason why I feel like Taurus babies, especially those with Aries placements, heavy Aries placement, rising, etc. Yeah, yeah, Mars is in, yeah. Yeah, look out. I wouldn't start any guff with a Taurus. Let's put it that way. You will not win. Period. It's not going to happen. Anyway, Venus is in Aries as well. Look at this conga line we got going on. And remember, the conga line's kind of moved around this way. And the conga line is really in Aries and Taurus right now. So all that energy is happening in those two signs. So the fire energy, that's the get up and go energy. And you'll find you could push them past the edge and they'll get up and go, literally walk away. Whether that's figuratively or just mentally shutting down. And but it feels, with Uranus sitting over in Taurus, like, wow. And then, yeah, Mars is in Aries. I mean, if you're looking for a fight with a Taurus or an Aries, yeah, I wouldn't have that fight. I'd just avoid it. I would walk away before they do. Anyway, preemptive strike, right? Interesting that verbiage just came out. Preemptive strike. Because some stuff is coming up in the Saving Mysteries pictures coming up ahead. And so I'm kind of like, this reading's kind of an overall between now and this next Monday. Let's see, this is the 25th. Here's the 26th. Keep in mind, I don't have this on Central Time US. This is at the 0 point of the time zones, Scotland, etc. Anyway, see the communication on the 26th still going on between them. Anything else? Like I said, it's interesting because Mercury is at 28, Pluto is at 28, so that's a match. And this is the underworld over here. So, communication with the underworld going on and between these guys. So, yeah, and that carries out. And now Mars is fully stepped in at 1 degree in Aries at this point. Let's look some more. Let's see, we still have that communication going on, still that chitter chatter in the background between those signs. Here's the 28th, and I believe that's where we're going out to, is the 28th. Anyway, then you see that triangle get a lot less. Now that triangle is just between Neptune, Pluto, and Mercury. So a lot of the planets are walking away from that conversation, and it's just between those three now. And, you've got Neptune, which is an underworld figure as well, under the waters. And it's in water, in Pisces. And then you have Pluto, Anubis, and Capricorn, the underworld communicating with a retrograde Mercury. So not communicating, but communicating all at the same time. It's very, very I don't know, it feels, almost passive aggressive when Mercury's retrograde. To me, that's the energy I'm feeling. It's a passive aggressive, kind of dark, blah. But also look that Venus is at 29 degrees on Monday. So she's getting ready to step into Taurus, where she'll be extremely happy after walking the fire with these guys, including the Wounded Warrior. Okay. Whew. The Sabian Mysteries pictures starts with the Garden of the Tuileries. This is a garden outside the palace in Paris. And you see two people joined hands and getting ready to kiss. Okay. And you've got this, I forget what this is called. It's in Paris. The Gateway. It was there before. Oh. Okay. My team's talking to me, sorry. It was there before the Eiffel Tower. And it feels like 3 doorways, like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one are you going to pick? And then you see 3 doorways behind them. Which direction are you going to go? Okay. Then on the next one, we have Holly. And it feels like there's 2 possible directions with triple options to pick in those 2 directions. And one is like a, almost feel like a circuit board when I look at this, and I don't know why, because it doesn't really look like a circuit board, but I'm feeling circuit board. But like cobwebs and the unknown. And then you have this open one, but it has the red berries. This is, the holly and mistletoe. It's open. That gate's open. But you have to contend with the sharp pointed leaves and the red berries. Remember, I believe that, yeah. So neither one of these is an easy route. And there's multiple ways to get hung up for various reasons. This one's a little more open. And I do see what looks like a man. Could be a woman with a dual-sided hat standing there with a lantern. It's a woman. She's got a boob. There's at least one boob showing. She's got like this cloak thing draped over an arm, holding a lantern. Very Virgo, hermit energy, lighting the way through the thorns. And you see here in the background, you see it looks like buildings behind this woman. And here's archways here. And there's 3 archways. So a path getting chosen from 3 options that started out with the 2 big options with 3 options inside those 2 options. Don't ask me. It'll come together in the reading, I'm sure. But, yeah, a very hermit energy holding a lantern. It's a female. Pretty dang sure of it. Looks like an old Renaissance square neckline here. The dual cone things on the head. uh, very Renaissance feeling, very weird, because just wait. This gets deeper. Then we have A Radical Magazine is the title of this one, and somebody examining a book, or a map, right? And this almost feels like this one here is almost feeling like a map right now. Um, like a map. This is the area that's having to be chose from. There's 3 points, 2 possible locations with 3 points inside of each. A map. Um, looking over the choices and making a decision. Um, the book is red, and so that feels very, the fire energy of Mars stepping into Aries. The next picture. Drilling for oil. What's interesting is the first thing I get here in the background looks like a lion. Eye here, nose, face outline here. There's an ear here. There's an ear over here. A lion. And its mane, the mane outline. I'm outlining the mane. Mane goes down here to a point. Anyway, this energy pointing down, and I know it's actually like drilling for oil, an oil rig and oil coming out of the ground. But for me, this feels more like a finger, a big finger, like the finger of the lion pointing at a target. And that target has steel girders, like the Eiffel Tower. Possible target. Is that the target this one chooses? The lion? The lion symbol, when I get that lion, um, several countries use the lion as their symbolism. But Israel comes up a lot with that lion, King of Wands. Okay. Like critical infrastructure somehow, or some target. Feels like the Eiffel Tower. Interesting. And then we have an old-fashioned well. So the difference between the new type of well and the old type. Let's see. Let me go one more. Okay, yeah. Then you have, it says an industrial strike. This is the base of that well or scaffolding building. And an industrial strike. These guys sitting here, the one holding this feels like they're holding a hammer. I think the hammer and the sickle is representative of Russia, to be precise. Yeah. And then you have a quiver filled with arrows. Remember there's two different choices, and inside those two choices are three locations, three options inside those two major locations. And we've got 3 arrows. Notice the points are hidden. The point is hidden. This is one of those people sitting here. This one right here, particularly. Notice how the entire quiver and everything's hidden here. But here it's exposed. Now, keep in mind that the arrowheads, the points, are not showing what the guidance system of an arrow is showing. So a guidance system. Here's something interesting. Go to the next picture. And this says an aeroplane falling. And at first I was like, is this an air delivery of missiles of some sort on a strategic strike? It's going to be 3 locations in a certain option. But when I was looking at this, I didn't feel like an airplane. This felt like a dish. See how that's pointed out with, you know, like this is the dish. Guidance system is what this feels like. It feels like a guidance system. And then we have the fletching of the arrow, you know, the veins or feathers, the fletching, that is the guidance system of an arrow. What kind of arrow? Aeroplane? Interesting. But remember, aeroplane is just something that flies with wings. It doesn't necessarily mean it's an airplane. Remember, missiles have these guidance systems on the rear of them. But the point is obscured, hidden. And this one's sitting on the side that's half hidden. Anyway, that's the impressions I'm picking up. Big hammer, big hammer. And something about the Eiffel Tower or a structure, a girded structure. Why is the old well? It's something about the new and the old. An old-fashioned well. But some girdered structure. Some tower. Do we have another plane hitting? Or a fire in a tower too? I'm getting more than one incident. I think. Not sure yet. It's like more than one incident. Like a plane hitting some tall, skinny structure, possibly. And then the other thing is like something with the Eiffel Tower. I don't know. Something to do with Paris? I don't know. Could be. Let's see what the cards say. What do you guys think? Now that we're 25 minutes into this. Okay, let's get the cards out. They wanted this deck today. And I kept asking, do you want this deck? And they kept making me look at that deck. You want this deck? Kept making me look at that deck. And I'm like, okay, you want the new deck? Revelations. Guidance system. Choice between 2 points. Remember the couple on the Saving Mysteries picture. They're joined at 2 points. At the lips and at the hands. All right. What can you guys tell us that this has to do with? For the collective. For the collective. And for you guys in general, it's just you guys and decision points. And where you're going to land your arrows. You know, on your decisions. What are those major points? Okay. Overall energy for the collective. Overall energy for the collective. Full card, Initiate. Oh, there's that damn tower right there. Memory Keeper, 6 of Cups. That's the old. And the Shining Waters, Knight of Cups. Waves of the Undine. That's our overall. What's the highest priority of the collective? Oh, shot out from my fingers. Justice and the Champion. Oh, okay. We like that energy. And what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? And those shot out. It's a few. The Conservator. The Contender. Holding back. Contention. Told you. I felt that King of Wands, and here he is. Archangel of Glory. King of Scepters, Staves, Wands. The Burdened One, 10 of Scepters. Whew, that's that scaffolding from that rig. That's that scaffolding under pressure. Wow. The Keeper, another Fool card. We had one here, and we have one here, and politics. Oh, yes, the politics of it all. And the 3 points. Those are those 3 arrows. Holy crap. Okay. Holy poop in a stick, as Gabriel says. Holy poop in a stick. Oh. And another Fool card. Oh, my goodness. There's that doorway. The doorways, the archways. There's one of them. These are the doorways. Fool cards. Underlying. Science. So something science-based is the underlying. Something dealing with science. Reactions, right? We're in fire energy with the King of Glory coming out. The reaction is a chemical reaction with fire. Oh boy. Sneaky peek. Herald of the waters. Inspire the prodigy. That would be the Page of Cups with the fishy fish. It's a doorway. A doorway. Taking a leap of faith, making the apology or offer, emotional, waters, and you don't see it coming. You feel it coming, but you don't see it coming. The song In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins, Genesis, just popped into my head. Something to do with towers. Towers of some sort. And I think the Eiffel Tower is one item, and there's some other tower near the water. Towers near water. Could be a lighthouse, or could be something like a lighthouse. See, we got that triangle energy just like we have up here, just like we have on the astrology. Tower near water. The thing that there's a couple of places in the world where there's tall structures with people go to the top of it. Like in Kansas City, it's called the Crown. It's a restaurant at the top of the Crown. And then I don't know if it's Beijing. I think there's several places in the world where they have these towers, like, what is that called? The Needle or something like that? In, what is it, Seattle or whatever? Anyway. Shining Quarry, Caverns of the Gnome. Slow progress. Progress, but slow progress. Agonizingly so. And there's some fire of the Queen of Swords, Scepters, Staves, Wands, whatever you want to call them. Sanctum of Splendor. Fire. Fire. Queen of Fire is not as bad as King of Fire if there's going to be a fire in some tower. But still, they don't see it coming. The Holy Grail, this is the water that puts the fire out. In that particular situation. In the other situation dealing with like the Eiffel Tower, don't know so much. The wish granted. So, this water dumping down. See, they're doing that sets of 3 thing to me again. 3 sets of 3. Remember there was 2 sets of 3 in that Sabian Mysteries. 2 choices with 3 options inside those 2 choices. And then the Herald of Flame. So this knocks it down to a smaller flame. Knocks it down. See. With these 2, you have 10 together. There's 10 total. But then the dropping of the water, a bunch of it, brings it down to from a queen to a page or herald. And this is like, this almost feels like the Holly picture on the Sabian Mysteries, the portals. Forest scepters. This is celebration, foundation energy. Brings it down to the foundation. I don't know. And then the hollow void. Missed opportunities. Not paying attention. They're not paying attention. And then we have 4 swords, resting after strife. Ooh. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to dig into that. They made me. Overall energy. The initiate. This is spirit in search of experience. This also feels like the tower. Gateway. So this is when you're looking through that one portal here. When you look out, you see through that center archway the Eiffel Tower here. Is this elevators? You know, the cups, they've always used those to symbolize like elevators or vehicles for movement. This almost feels like elevators or almost like a Ferris wheel. Is there a Ferris wheel near the Eiffel Tower? I don't know. Is there? I might have to look that up. And shining waters. Some sort of the Knight of Cups is one hesitation. Look at the city in the background. City in the background. Does that look like France? I don't know. It might. For some reason, they're really pointing at France. Specifically. But they're also pointing at cities next to water. So this tower, ooh, even the UK, I think, has, is the tower Big Ben? That just crossed my mind. Because that sits near the water. And so does a giant Ferris wheel. Okay, so we have multiple choice options here. We have the Space Needle and some others that are around the world like that are near water. We also, this Ferris wheel energy going on here because they're pointing at that one monument. See? Where'd it go? It's down here, right there, like a Ferris wheel. Wow. Okay. On the microcosm. Now, we've been talking about the macrocosm because it's just screaming at me before it wants you to know. They want you to know in the big picture, the macro, for some reason. I guess to avoid those places this week. Yeah. Anyway, um, an experience from the past and hesitation to have that experience. That's microcosm. This experience with the past could be this indicates siblings, somebody you grew up with, or your children generally, um, or even somebody you spent past lives with. Um, but hesitating to have that experience. It's a cup of emotion, but it hesitates at the water. Something hesitates at the emotion. Something hesitates at the water. Highest priority, justice. That's fairness, balance. And victory. See, we got the 3 archways going again here on that victory card. See the lions on either side of the victory? This is the 6 of scepters. You know, that lion showed up on that well, that drilling rig in the background, in the smoke and fire. And this is fire energy. Wands, scepters, staves, whatever you want to call them. It's fire energy. Two sets of 3. Now there's 3 arrows in the quiver. But there's 2. See, we have an archway at the bottom, an archway here, and an archway here. The ones that are showing are these 2 sets of archways, the 2 sets of archways that were in the Sea of Mysteries picture, with the 3 points inside of each. Notice those are vessels in those archways. This is fire, but the vessels are water or emotion. Inside those archways. So highest priority, justice and victory. That's the highest priority. Swift justice. Fairness and victory. This energy, we got a stack. The conservator, this is holding back. Notice you have 3 haloed individuals looking down on what's being held back. This is hanging on to earthly power. The contender. This is more fire energy, 5 of scepters. See, there's that center. See, we got three buildings. One with the bigger center archway. We've got the Ace of Cups on either side, 2 fountains. So the two major choices of the three doorways. That's weird. And these two, one facing away, one facing towards. This almost feels like the structure of the girders again. It feels like maybe there's going to be a Ferris wheel accident possibly as well. Just came to me. I mean, the whole Ferris wheel thing kept coming up. Girdered structures. I would stay away from girdered structures, especially ones near water. This week, Mercury retrograde, crap goes crazy. Yeah, just FYI, I would stay away from those. Just saying. King of Fire. Oh, and here's the arrows in the quiver. Right here. Big fire energy. Big fire energy. Oh boy. See, this also represents the lion in the Saving Mysteries, the one that was occluded in the smoke. The burdened one. See? Looks like a frickin' Ferris wheel. Girders, a wheel. Too much. Carrying too much. Too much was on it. Too much. Notice we have a red hand and a blue hand here. Of spirit, the red and blue hand of spirit. This would be water and fire. Alchemy of water and fire. Yikes. So, man, there's a lot in this reading, and it's having to do with these girdered structures that have steel girders. Some of them happen to be a Ferris wheel or something like that that has little Kubota things or whatever they're called, gondolas or whatever they're called, that hold people inside. Too much structure, too much pressure on that structure. And it could be elevators. I don't know. But the Archangel of Glory is like a fire maybe that weakens it. I don't know. And then the Fool, Spirit and Petition of Spirit. Taking a leap of faith. Taking a leap. See, there looks like there's like wheels here on the sides with the little things that carry people on like Ferris wheels or elevators. People jumping. People jumping. Oh, wow. People jumping from the burdened one. Oh boy. Don't you just love it when I get macrocosm like this? This is like hard energy. I mean, it's like pulled me in to it so hard. There's those three arrows, the politic, the three fire scepters, wands, staves. Those are those three arrows. So something to do with strategic. It feels like for some of you, this could just be dealing with an air sign and trying to hold back fighting with a fire sign. Likely an Aries particularly, but this stands for Leo, the Archangel of Glory. The archangels are the kings of this deck, and the king is Leo. But it could be Aries, Leo, Sag, or people with heavy placements there. They're feeling overly burdened and um, or you are by them. And taking a leap away from them or them from you due to the rhetoric, politics, rhetoric, I heard. So we've got several events happening in the next few days. Like I said, that communication going on between the water up at the top of the pyramid, and we see the water at the top of the pyramid. The shining waters is here at the top of, see, there's the cups. It feels, yeah, elevators, Ferris wheels, vehicles that hold people. See these two little guys in cups? Yeah, like some Ferris wheel's gonna freaking malfunction, or elevators. It's Mercury retrograde, people. Anything dealing with that, especially with the communication going on between Pluto retrograde and Capricorn, Mercury retrograde moving into Earth out of its home sign of Gemini. Remember, I warned you guys, Virgo, Gemini, do not mess with Taurus or Aries this week. You will get bit in the ass over it. Because they're not playing. They have the rebel in their sign right now. I would not play with them. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, they got Uranus. Shh, Gaia. Shh, heaven. Sitting in Taurus right now. We are fuzzy. I just noticed that. I'm sitting here just backing away and we are fuzzy. See, that's the problem with these light cards in the sunlight. Ugh, drives me nuts. Okay, sorry, everything out of focus. It's what you don't see coming. You know, the Two of Swords is here. It's what you don't see coming. Whenever this one comes up, or that Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is more, 8 and 9 of Swords is pay attention to your dreams too. But this is something you don't see coming. And yeah, we've got multiple incidences that are going to happen coming up. And it's dealing with Ferris wheels and towered, girdered structures near water. Yeah. And even the Eiffel Tower has come up here for me. More than one way. Highly advise staying away from those locations. Just FYI. See, we have water, the shining waters above. See, Page of Cups, the fishies and the cups. Oh boy. There's that triangle communication going on between those planets, the retrograde planets, Neptune, Mars, and Jupiter. That triad at the top. Triad at the top. Something at the top is the problem. And, you know, we got the burden one, the Ten of Wands. Too much pressure and fire energy, big fire causing too much pressure. Slow progress. Getting it down to a Queen of Fire. So we've got a King and a Queen of Fire. And it finally goes down to the Page of Fire. So there's 3 fires. 3 fires. 2 sets of 3s. And this happens in multiple ways. So it could be like, remember the guidance system. So like 3 missiles or some sort of tech or guidance system targeting something. And we've got the king, the queen, and the page. Yikes. Eh, boy. See, the fire and the water. This is 10 waters in total that are drowning it down to a page. See, it starts out King of Fire, goes down to Queen of Fire, and then goes down to a page after 10 cups of water. That's a lot of water. Just saying. But those cups could also be the vehicles going, like the elevators, or yeah, it's just a lot. And the one, see, I still feel like it's weird. Hold on, there was something else. See this building with the 2 towers on the side of it in the background? What is that? Is that Taj Mahal or something? I don't know, but I saw that again. See, there's 2 towers next to a 3rd tower. See, we're talking about sets of 3s. This time it's 2 sets of 3s or 3 sets of 3s, because we have hold on. We have this guy, the sets of 3s. See all the scrolls over the cup? See how they're like sitting on a lily? It's like, it still feels like that energy of, you know, the ones sitting in the cup. Right here, these 2 sitting in cups. So, yeah, elevators or gondolas. Yeah, anything steel girdered structured with elevators, things like that. Yeah. Yeah. Some people, slow progress, coming down the elevators, or coming down off of this ride, which could be a Ferris wheel malfunction. Or remember, I was getting Eiffel Tower. Does it have elevators? I have no idea. I haven't been there. And other tall girdered structures near water. Wow. Okay. Just advice. Stay away from all of those. All of the above. Wow. Do I even need to take any cards on this? I don't think I do. It's pretty well covered. Memories from the past, emotional past. Taking a leap of faith, but hesitant. Something to do with justice and winning. So for some of you, this could be court-based. It's your highest priority. You will be victorious over this, whatever it is. And then what to be mindful and prepare for. Conserving energy for a fight. With a fire sign. burdened, unduly carrying the burden of others. And then asking for help from some political, for some of you, there's a lot of people immigrating out of other countries into the US and other countries right now, lots of them, and it's not just Ukraine. Um, so having to ask for help in making that fight and saving for it, saving for that. Okay? So save your funds for those of you that are immigrating in, because your challenge is the justice system and the politics for getting through that. That's more microcosm stuff. For some of you, this is just court cases and stuff like that. And yeah, no matter what, it causes some burdenous thing, and you're going to take a leap towards somebody that might be able to help you with it. Yeah. And that somebody might even be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Or it could be an Aries, Leo, Sag looking for that help. Either way, okay? Keep in mind, this is Libra here, Lady Justice. We got Leo here and here. Aries up here, Sag right here. So definitely a lot going on with fire signs. See, we have Capricorn here. Remember, Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. This is the underworld and trying to hold on to your earthly power. Okay? Angels are watching over you. Everything works out as it should. Always does. But it just, yeah. Interesting. Okay, I think that's all I got for this reading. If I pick up more, that was a lot. I know. We're already in minute 3. Anyway, if you would like to book a personal private reading, extremely detailed, I might add, well worth it. Information is in the description box below. Personal video reading. Anyway, love you guys. Try to have a fantastic week. Stay away from these types of buildings or rides. Just do yourself a favor. Anyway, Mercury retrograde and all. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with it. Anyway, talk to you later. Later, guys. Bye.